It's race week. Let's go. It's Tuesday today. I've got the race on Sunday. This morning I've got 2 hours on Zwift, an hour and 10 of which is at zone 3, so kind of like uncomfortable but not crazy hard. Trying to hit kind of between 280 and 290 watts, so nothing too crazy like I said, but it's gonna be uncomfortable. And as you'll see, I'm actually gonna turn off erg mode. I've done a couple of these longer, like hour and a bit efforts before, and when I ever use erg mode, it feels a lot harder. It sounds really weird, so I'm not gonna use erg mode today. Sometimes erg mode is great, but sometimes it can make you feel a little bit it sounds weird, but a little bit like claustrophobic almost. Like it sounds really stupid. Like it just locks you in, which is great. But for these longer efforts, I don't think it's that good. And I feel like it is just a lot easier to just kind of find the power yourself, if that sort of makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna do. 2 hours this morning, we'll get it done. Bloody hell, that was not enjoyable. It was an hour and 10 minutes at 294 watts. Felt alright. Just really boring on Zwift. Struggling to figure out things that I could do to pass the time, because it's quite a long time. It does get quite boring, and it is quite an uncomfortable power to be sat at. Unfortunately, I took my GoPro to swimming to try and get some footage. This message pops up. Left my SD card at home, so yeah, that sucks. Anyway, swim was good. It was some VO2 and kind of aerobic stuff. It was alright. Doing like hundreds on kind of like between 67 and 70, and then doing 50s just a bit more like aerobic, about 4.5k set. And then Lydia and I are gonna go on a run, aren't we?
No!
So I've got like a 30-minute easy run to do. So it'd be really nice for us to go on a run together and just get some fresh air and spend some really good quality time together. And this is Lydia's response. Why don't you want to go on a run?
Because running's for losers.
Okay, well that's rude. You just insulted everyone who watches it.
I know. Oh, because it's raining.
It's
and
not
I'm
raining.
poorly.
You're not poorly.
And he's poorly.
No, it's not.
It is.
Well, you have to come. I'm going to put an SD card in my GoPro, and then we're going to go on a run, aren't we?
Ah!
Yes.
No!
It's raining. We're going to put the camera in a plastic bag. I'm going to look like I'm running with someone shopping. Nick someone's shopping.
Nick some old ladies.
And then
milk or something.
when there's...
Oh, grow up!
Put the camera in the bag,
And you're carrying it.
and then I'll wrap it up. Look like I've stolen some shopping, and then hopefully when we get to a good location, I can whip it out quickly. I mean the camera, and get us some good photos. Shall we go? Just so excited. That's what I sleep next to at night. Minging.
Help me!
Stop it.
I don't like this. I don't like you.
So I thought I'd talk now a little bit about the race that I'm going to be doing this weekend. I haven't done a triathlon since end of 2019 when Lydia and I went to Lanzarote, which is ages ago. So yeah, mad to think that it's been that long since I've actually done a triathlon. I've obviously, as you've been seeing on the channel, been doing loads of time trialing, done a couple of individual run races, but I haven't done an actual triathlon for so long. So it's going to be really, really cool. I'm doing the DB Max 51 5er. I'll link to the DB Max website in the description below. Unfortunately, there are no entries left, which, well, if anything, is a good thing. It means people are still interested in the sport, which is really good. I was actually on the waiting list and very lucky to get a slot, which is great. This is a standard distance race. It's at one of the lakes in the Cotswolds. I believe the water temperature is about 14 degrees, so it's going to be pretty chilly. I'm recording my screen now to show you guys the kind of information about the race. So the race venue, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to know that it costs £5 to enter the car park. Who cares? They set you off 5 seconds apart, which is going to be interesting to see what that's like, because it's going to just be a massive train of people. I don't know if that's the best call, but anyway, it'll be interesting to see what it's like. What you find now with races, I don't know if this will happen with races later on in the season, but especially ones now, they'll have this like almost, it's not compulsory, but this transition time, this fixed transition time on everyone's race. Obviously didn't have this before COVID. It was just get through transition as quick as possible and get onto the bike or get onto the run. Whereas now you swim, and as you can see where my mouse is now, it says you have 10 minutes to complete T1. I don't know what anyone is doing in T1 to justify needing 10 minutes, but that will be, you know, whatever. I don't really know how to take that. I mean, obviously I'll race the swim and then I'll probably just jog my way through T1, make sure I've got everything, and then head out. I'll take as much time as I need, but I am not going to take anywhere near 10 minutes. I think if you take anywhere near 10 minutes, something's gone wrong there. That's not a triathlon anymore. And it says any time over 10 minutes is added to your overall time. If you go over 10 minutes, I think you really need to reevaluate what's going wrong with your race, because that's not okay. So that's really interesting. I don't know how that's kind of going to affect the race. They say that it's meant to be helping with COVID, but I don't know, is everyone just going to be hanging around in transition for 10 minutes and then that kind of makes it worse, doesn't it? I don't really know. We scroll down, there's the swim, so just one big loop, and here's the bike ride, so it kind of goes out and around near Malmesbury, if anyone knows the area. Really nice roads, hopefully pretty flat and decent road surface, fingers crossed, I'm not really too sure. It should be okay. And then here's the run. Just goes around 2 of the lakes a couple of times. I have no idea how many times. 3 laps. There you go. I'll keep that in mind. This is by no means an A race, but it's just one of those races that I need to do to kind of blow away the cobwebs, get used to racing again. Like I said, I haven't raced for so long. It's been like 18 months since I've done a triathlon, which is crazy. So this is just to go through the motions. I've got Outlaw Nottingham half in 6 weeks, I believe. I am going up to Nottingham to do a bike course recce with Dan Ward, or Triathlon Dan. You might know him as Triathlon Dan. We are going to hopefully do that on the weekend of the 22nd. The 22nd is a Saturday. We haven't decided on time yet, but we were kind of thinking earlier is probably better. If anyone, this is an open offer to absolutely anyone. If you're doing the race, or if you're not, even if you're not doing the race and you just want to join for a course recce, then please do. We will be talking about particular times closer to the date, but if you're interested, either message me, message Dan, or just turn up. I'll mention the time in a video closer to the date. This is not going to be a coached ride though. I do want to make this very clear. It's not going to be kind of a led ride. It's not going to be a coached ride. We'll meet in the same location. We'll say hi to everyone. You know, it'll be nice to see a lot of people, but then also it's kind of like feel free to do your own thing. It's not going to be, you know, a specific everyone gets involved with, you know, this particular recce. It's kind of go off and do your own thing, and potentially we'll catch up for a coffee or something. But that could just be a really nice way to meet a few people before the race. I need to stop talking now because I can tell Lydia is getting hungry. She gets angry when she's hungry.
It's called hangry.
Angry. Do you want to do the outro?
Bye!
That's not it.
Oh.
I'm going to tell people to subscribe to my amazing channel.
Comments and links and shares and be nice.
We'll work on that. Right, I'll see you in the next video.